Welcome to Growing Minds Through Stories, where wisdom meets storytelling. Unlock timeless lessons on finance, success, and life through powerful narratives from history to today. Ready to grow your...
Have you ever wished for a better life? You know, a life with less worry and more joy. We all dream of giving our loved ones the best. But sometimes money problems get in the way. Let me tell you about a family who found a solution. Meet Raj and Priya Mehra, a warm and loving couple living in the heart of a bustling Indian city. Raj is known for his friendly smile and hardworking nature, while Priya is admired for her kindness and the way she keeps their home running smoothly. Together they make a great team, always supporting each other through thick and thin. They have two wonderful children, Riya and Rohan, who fill their home with laughter, energy, and endless curiosity. The siblings are always up to something, whether it's playing games, asking questions, or dreaming big about what they want to be when they grow up. Raj spends long hours at the office, working diligently to provide for his family. He's dedicated to his job and always tries to do his best, even when the workload gets tough or the days feel extra long. Meanwhile, Priya manages the home with care and love. She juggles cooking, cleaning, and making sure the kids are happy and healthy, all while keeping the family's daily life running smoothly. Like many parents, Raj and Priya dream of giving their children the best possible education and a bright, secure future. They often sit together, planning and hoping for the day when Riya and Rohan can achieve all their dreams. But despite their best efforts, every month brings new worries. The money they earn seems to vanish quickly. Bills, groceries, school fees, and unexpected expenses always seem to pile up, leaving them anxious and stressed. The Mehras find themselves living paycheck to paycheck, constantly counting down the days until the next salary arrives. It feels like no matter how hard they try, saving money is always just out of reach. But Raj and Priya are determined not to give up. They know that with some changes and a little bit of planning, they can turn things around and build a better future for their family. One day, little Riya fell ill. She needed to see a doctor. The Mehras were scared. They had no money saved for emergencies. They had to borrow from family. It was a wake-up call. They decided they needed a plan. So, Raj and Priya learned about budgeting, you know. It all started one evening when they realized their money seemed to disappear faster than they could keep track. Bills, groceries, little treats here and there, it all added up, and by the end of the month, they were left wondering where it all went. That's when they decided it was time to take control, 1 rupee at a time. They actually started tracking every single rupee they spent. Whether it was a cup of chai at the corner stall or a big grocery run, nothing was too small to note down. Raj downloaded a simple expense tracking app, while Priya preferred jotting things in her trusty old notebook. They made it a habit to sit together every evening and review what they'd spent that day. Then, they made a list of all their expenses, just to get a clear picture. They gathered all their bills, receipts, and even those little scraps of paper from the vegetable vendor. With colorful markers, they categorized everything: food, transport, utilities, entertainment, and more. It was eye-opening to see where their money was actually going. The first time they totaled it all up, they were shocked. So much was being spent on things they didn't even remember buying. But instead of feeling discouraged, they saw it as a chance to make better choices. After that, they set limits on how much they could spend in each category. They talked about what was truly important to them, like healthy meals and family outings, and where they could cut back, like on impulse buys or extra subscriptions. They even made a colorful chart on their laptop to keep track of their new spending goals. They even started using cash envelopes to stay on track. Pretty old school, but super effective. Each envelope was labeled for things like groceries, transport, and fun. When the envelope was empty, that was it for the month. It made them think twice before spending and helped them avoid those little just this once splurges. And, well, first things first, they focused on building a small emergency fund. They knew that life could throw surprises their way. A sudden doctor's visit, a broken appliance. So they started putting aside a little bit each week. Watching their emergency jar fill up gave them a sense of security and pride. It wasn't easy, honestly, but they were really determined. There were days when it felt tough to stick to the plan, especially when friends invited them out or when they saw something tempting on sale. But they kept reminding each other of their goals and celebrated small wins along the way. They cut back on eating out and unnecessary shopping, which I know can be tough. Instead of ordering food, They tried new recipes at home and made it a fun family activity. When shopping, they asked themselves, do we really need this? More often than not, the answer was no, and they put things back on the shelf. Slowly, they started paying off their debts, from the smallest to the largest, kind of like rolling a snowball. Each time they paid off a loan or a credit card, they felt lighter and more in control. They celebrated every milestone, no matter how small, and used that momentum to tackle the next one. And here's the best part. They even involved Ria and Rohan, teaching them the value of money from a young age. The kids helped count coins, learned about saving for things they wanted, and joined in on family budget meetings. Raj and Priya knew that these lessons would help their children make smart choices in the future too. By working together, the whole family grew stronger, more confident, and ready to take on whatever came their way, 1 rupee at a time. Today, the Mehras are living a life many of us dream about. They're finally debt-free, except for their home loan. It wasn't always this way. Just a few years ago, they were overwhelmed by bills and financial stress, unsure if they'd ever find a way out. But through determination and small, consistent changes, they turned things around. Now, their living room is filled with laughter and relief, not anxiety over unpaid bills. One of the biggest changes they made was building an emergency fund. This simple step gave them a real sense of security. No longer do they worry about unexpected expenses derailing their plans. Instead, they know they have a safety net, and that peace of mind is truly priceless. The Mehras are also looking ahead. They're saving for their children's education and their own future dreams. Every coin they add to the jar is a step closer to college, travel, or even starting a small business. Their commitment to planning ahead is honestly inspiring, showing that anyone can build a brighter future with patience and purpose. What's truly remarkable is that the Mehras didn't need a bigger paycheck to make these changes. Instead, they focused on transforming their habits. They swapped impulse purchases for thoughtful budgeting and turned family time into opportunities to teach their kids about money. These new routines brought them closer together and made their goals feel achievable. Many people think budgeting means cutting out all the fun, but for the Mehras, it's the opposite. They've discovered that being intentional with their money actually gives them more freedom to enjoy life's simple pleasures, like movie nights, board games, and spontaneous picnics. Budgeting isn't about restriction. It's about making choices that reflect your values and dreams. The Mehras now live life on their own terms, choosing experiences that matter most to them, whether it's a family vacation or a quiet afternoon in the park. With every decision, they feel more in control and at peace. Their budget isn't just numbers on a page. It's a tool that empowers them to live confidently and intentionally, knowing they're prepared for whatever comes their way. If you're inspired by their journey, why not start today? Begin by tracking your spending, even if it's just jotting down expenses in a notebook or using a simple app. Awareness is the first step to change. Over time, you'll see how small positive changes add up. Each day, each decision brings you closer to your goals. The progress may seem slow at first, but it's steady and real. Remember, the future is something we choose one step at a time. Like the Mehras, you too can achieve your dreams, starting today.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel Growing Minds Through Stories.